as bad as a case of beer.
A can of beer, a glass of wine, or a shot of hard liquor all contain the same amount of alcohol.
Don't you have to work later? You'll be trashed.
Yeah. I'll just take a cold shower and drink a whole pot of coffee.
Wrong. Only time can sober someone up. Coffee, showering, and food have little to no effect.
Go.
No! What's up, man?
What's up?
What are you doing? What? This stuff's bad. I'm getting addicted to that.
No, I won't. I can quit anytime I want.
Wrong. The active ingredient in marijuana is THC, which creates a feeling of pleasure, and 1 in 11 adults become addicted. The younger you start, the higher the risk.
Don't you have a big test in Bailey's class tomorrow?
So,
Don't you have a volleyball tournament too?
if anything, it will make me play better. I mean, people do it all the time. It doesn't affect them.
Wrong. THC, the active ingredient in marijuana, affects the hippocampus in the brain, which is critical for processing and storing new information, and impairs your ability to do complex tasks.
I think I will have some.
Really? What are you doing, man?
Sometimes it seems like drugs and alcohol are just about everywhere. At parties, schools, at the mall, and even at home. We think, no big deal. What makes some of us turn to drugs? And why can some people stop while others become addicted?
I thought, sure, I'll do it if you're doing it.
Everyone was telling me, like, Kat, you're so boring. And that kind of sucks to hear from your friends.
You don't know what to do, but you want to fit in.
I thought to myself, well, they're still getting straight A's. Shouldn't change anything. And it didn't, at first.
Addiction runs in my family, so I should have known better.
They say it's not addicting, but smoking every day the last year, so.
You know, all of a sudden you're taking them on a Tuesday night to go to sleep.
I never expected something like this to happen to me.
I mean, I remember waking up one morning and looking at myself in the mirror. I had nothing. I didn't have my friends, my family, my girlfriend had left me. I had nothing. My name's JT Daly, and I used to be a drug addict. When I was 13 years old, I first started smoking weed. From there, I went to drinking alcohol. Once I got to high school, I was partying almost every weekend and almost every day, which then eventually led to my cocaine addiction. Fell in and out of rehab, was arrested 5 times, until finally my friends and family helped me to realize that I needed to check myself. Now, I'm an intervention leader and help thousands of kids learn the truth about drugs. I know firsthand how drugs and alcohol can affect you, your friends, your family. Over the next few minutes, you'll witness stories about people who have been affected by drugs and alcohol. Students, athletes, musicians, all of these people have one thing in common: addiction. You might think you're on top of it all, but these stories show that things can quickly spiral out of control.
My brother got me stoned for the first time when I was 12.
My father was an alcoholic. His father was an alcoholic. I didn't really want to go that route.
We'd go to the dugout and you know, smoke up during lunch break and come back and just coast.
I started out, you know, early in high school drinking, you know, maybe a beer or two at a party, you know, just to take that edge off.
I was making some A's, making some B's, but, you know, it was pretty easy because I would just sit in the back and then look over at my friends or the girl next to me, whatever. I'd be stoned in the outfield and a ball would come at me. And let's just say I wasn't as good as I once was.
It was spring break and me and my buddy was throwing this huge bass. We was running out of liquor. They was pretty messed up. I was kind of messed up, so I decided to drive. I thought it was an okay idea. The cops didn't really see it as an okay idea. Ended up getting arrested, got a DUI, got kicked off the football team. It's just like that one moment, like everything just went downhill.
Drugs don't discriminate. They affect everybody. This is Jessica. A friend introduced her to weed at age 11.
I am a heroin addict.
Jessica was a truly beautiful little girl, but for some reason she was shy.
You know, the other kids are hanging out with their friends and stuff for the weekend, and I spend the weekend with my grandpa.
Jessica was my little princess. She still is my little princess.
Weed made me, I guess, feel more comfortable, and it kind of made me want to stay out later and party and, you know, get high with the boys. The guy that got me pregnant didn't want me to tell my parents. He kept telling me, I have money, I'll pay for the abortion, and, you know, weeks, even a couple of months went by, you know, of him telling me that same thing. I loved the high. It took away, I guess, everything. It took away feeling. I didn't have to think about anything.
I'm definitely a 100% enabler with Jessica. You know, I'm probably the, you know, I have $1 on me, it's hers.
I guess why stop when there's nothing to live for?
Drugs allowed me to make more friends, and eventually when I got into selling drugs, it made me more popular. People wanted to be around me. Eventually, I knew that these friends that I was hanging out with weren't true friends. They didn't care about me.
I guess I always felt like an outsider. Couldn't relate to any other girls. I was just sort of this tomboy. I was wearing my brother's hand-me-downs. And I kind of fell into a group of people at school, and on the weekends we'd all chip in and get really messed up. I started stealing pills from my dad, like the painkillers. There was a couple of really, really bad close calls, and no one ever called an ambulance, ever. It happened to me. They put a pillow under my head and hope for the best.
Just because a drug is legal doesn't mean it can't be dangerous, addictive, and open doors to abuse and destruction. This is Ryan. He was exposed to drugs and alcohol at an early age. Both his father and stepfather suffer from addiction, and that's a powerful risk factor.
I'm addicted to opiates. It's pretty much the only reason for living. You really can't do anything without it.
I don't know this person. It's not my son. When I had Ryan, I instantly just fell in love with him. We probably, from the outside, looked like a very normal, functioning family, but at home, there was a lot of dysfunction going on.
I am an alcoholic.
He would get into ridiculous fights with Ryan over, you know, such silly things when he had been drinking, and Ryan didn't know how to handle it.
I know me being an alcoholic has had an effect on Ryan over the years.
Once I started smoking, I actually was high every day. I found some other people who liked it too, and right off the bat, it was a beautiful relationship.
Admitting failure is hard at that age, I think, and that's when he started to party a lot more.
Some of my close friends who I really looked up to were experimenting with the stuff, so I jumped on board. It's never enough, camera audience. It's never enough. Never, ever enough, I tell you. If I killed myself on overdosing, it still probably wouldn't be satisfying. It's never enough.
The pressure young people face is intense. The inability to cope with emotions and experiences that are overwhelming is a common risk factor for drug abuse and addiction. I started using drugs and alcohol because of all my failures in life. Failing out of school, getting cut from the basketball team, losing girlfriends. What I found to be successful are goals. Setting goals in your life and constantly trying to achieve these goals. Problems are good. It keeps us going in life. Obstacles and goals keeps us going in life. And when a person doesn't have any goals or dreams or aspirations, they're hopeless and apathetic about life.
Now I'm chill with the same friends who I smoked out with in the dugout, and you know, we pretty much just stay at home and sit on the couch and get high all day. I mean, I am trying to get into college. I've been trying to get into college for a long time.
I finally got busted in gym class. I dropped a Ziploc bag of pills. They helped me get into a rehab center. And when I first got out, a lot of people I was hanging out with before, you know, were trying to contact me and see if I was going to get back in. And I realize now that those people are not my friends.
I'm going to AA now, me and my father, together. It's kind of helping our relationship get better.
It is not easy. Every day is a struggle. But I feel like I'm moving away from my past and into my future.
Please make time to check yourself and your friends. And if you think you have a problem or you are in trouble, talk to someone you trust, a parent, a friend, a coach, or a teacher. Having someone there for you can really help. Messing with drugs is gambling with your life, and it's a losing bet. So keep yourself in check or risk getting wrecked.